Hi everyone, welcome back to D20 Live's long-form Dark Sun campaign game, and we are now on episode 8.
Hello.
Yeah. No.
Our heroes have successfully escaped the slave pits of the city of Tyr.
We freed the slaves.
However,
Freed some slaves.
they should introduce themselves first, starting from my farthest right.
For that one?
Yes, that one.
Right. Okay.
The one who's not looking at you.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Scott. I'm playing Corba Quinn. I'm the group's assassin. I have been killing things. It's fun.
Explain us how you leveled up.
Yeah.
I
You guys did level up
to my
last time.
level.
Okay. He's still working on it.
I added one to my level.
I'm Jordan. I'm playing Ridrin,
deadlier.
the group's wizard. I have also leveled up to 5 now.
Yep.
So I have taken a feat, a greater spell focus for enchantment spells, and I also have craft wondrous item for whenever that comes into play because everything here is far too expensive.
Yeah.
So I also took 2 new spells, Hold Person and Deep Slumber, because they seem like they would be very useful.
Yep.
Are you going to remember using this time?
I am sincerely hoping so.
I'm Spartacus. No?
No.
No, we freed slaves. No?
No.
No, okay.
Didn't free the slaves. We freed a very small
Small
portion
amount.
of slaves.
The
We
rest
freed
got
the slaves.
caught in the city, maybe.
I am hoping that we freed all the slaves. Or at least Corvath is. My name's Devin.
They were free for about a night.
That's for... Well, don't tell him that.
I'm guessing. I don't know yet.
I'm not telling you.
Nope.
Introductions!
Introduction.
Sorry,
So,
go.
my name is Devin. I'm playing Corvath, the Elan Wilder. I've gained 2 new abilities during my level up. Well, improved one of them, gained a new ability. One of them is improved. Where are we? Improved Surge Bond. Main thing is if Mike tries to affect me with any kind of mental abilities, sleep, hold person, anything like that, I have the ability to resist it better. I have bonuses to my wisdom save accordingly. For him to know that. And the second, more useful thing is a feat called a Surging Aura, which I felt was particularly useful for and characterful for Corvath because of the energy that he leaks out of him whenever he casts. So whenever I use my Wild Surge, whatever level of Wild Surge I choose to use it as, becomes an attack bonus, an attack insight bonus to all my allies within 10 feet of me.
Nice.
So if I
Very
manifest it at Wild Surge 3, you get a +3 insight bonus for your next attack.
It's pretty swank.
Yeah. So
Okay. So, hi. I'm Tom. I am playing the Gladiator Kunwan. I also got to level 5. I only gained 1 new ability. Surprisingly, I did not have power attack yet. So I got power attack. And those negatives that, that I'll be suffering are going to be canceled out, hopefully by Corvath.
Or enemies lying on the floor.
More than likely. Yeah. It's ridiculous how much damage I do.
Yeah.
With power attack.
Where last we left off, they had successfully escaped the slave pits, as I said, and their new friend, Faldar, guided them to the Templar Shade Tavern, along with their manservant, Urgos,
We have a manservant.
whatever you want to call
a
him.
half giant who carries me around like Bran Stark.
Oh
Hodor.
God, he's your Hodor.
Don't look at us, you made him.
Yes.
I didn't make him actually. He's from the module.
No,
Really?
he's
Wow.
carrying you because he wants to make sure the cow's mate is fine.
Yes. Yeah.
It's still deeply disturbing.
That
That
is.
is very deeply
That's the best
disturbing.
conclusion he came up with, and we
Yeah.
are not sure if he has not accidentally learned what a turtle is. Anyway, moving on. You have, you went into the bar. It was, in fact, you went to the tavern. It was empty. There was an older man behind the counter. He looks up and he just sees Faldar, sees all of you, and says, "Faldar,
What have you done?
what have you done?" By the way, Jordan, you still look like a Templar.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was just gonna check how long that duration is.
You can end it whenever you like.
Yeah.
I think. Ooh, yeah. Okay, it's on for a while. Okay, so we get in, and I'll just drop it like a veil. Just. Oof.
All right. So he noticeably unclenches. The older gentleman noticeably unclenches and just says, "All right, get in. Get off the streets. Come on in."
So that ziggurat is going to be construction's going to be suffering for a while.
Not that much, man. We're not that cool.
Oh, we didn't damage or anything.
What's happened?
Well, there's no more slaves in the slave pit.
as far as we know.
And he's just staring at Falder. It's like,
As-
how? And Falder's like, blame them. Blame them. Blame them.
What do you mean blame? I thought you guys didn't want that thing to go up.
We don't want it to go up, but it's... Well, then
Progress
Tithian will start...
impeded.
Oh, my God. If all of the slaves try to make an escape attempt, then they're all going to get brutalized.
Progress impeded.
By a day! And then they're going to increase the workflow after.
I don't think so.
Guys
If
really
you,
need to
brutalize,
learn-
if you brutalize your workforce, then they're not going to be very productive.
You guys really
How
need to learn to
You
take
really
your...
are new to this city, aren't you?
How extensive is your network? Can you send out agents, if you have them, to to guide the slaves as best you can out of the city?
We can't get people out of the city. The city's locked out completely. We just barely got a couple of agents out. Anyway, it's not important.
No, that's important. Say what you're about to say.
I'm sorry, are you members of the Veiled Alliance?
Yeah. Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah.
He just looks over. Falder! Are they members of the Veiled Alliance? Falder!
Yeah?
We are a clandestine organization. You have literally, in the space of 2 days, somehow completely ruined all subterfuge we've had.
What's your name?
Well,
I don't answer to finger points, sir. Say
No,
please,
I'm asking.
young man.
fine. We'll just go ask Senka. I'm sure he's running around somewhere.
Senka's out?
So we don't know
He
where
would be
Senka
suspicious
is.
if he'd be the only one still there.
He likely has left as well.
Okay, sir, what is your name?
My name is Atheros.
Atheros? It's quiet because the guards haven't raised the alarm. By morning,
Alarm! 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 Alarm!
we hid the bodies. What the fuck?
Just like all of the slaves are running the streets.
Yeah, it's not a... It's
That's
not
not a
puzzle.
quiet.
Well, I
Just-
tried.
It's not... That's
He
not,
walks.
it's not,
He walks over to the back of the bar, and you see him lifting up just a section of stone. Just get in there. Get in there. Get in there. From the
it's
floor.
a tough
obviously.
puzzle to figure out.
Are we all gonna fit in there with him?
You don't have a choice today, now do you?
Well, shit.
Me
Oh,
first.
crap, there's two of them.
So you all file in there, and it is actually a large meeting area.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
And the pull ring goes shut, and there are a couple of windows to the outside, very small little slat ones, so that air goes in, so you don't suffocate down there.
Hey.
But just enough that you can. And dust is being kicked up as you can, and if you look out, you can see guards are running up and down the streets, and slaves are fighting them and getting caught very quickly and being rounded back up. And you're down there with Faller.
I feel like better men than us would do something about that.
Like what?
What was the entire intention of this organization? You have a lot of enemies inside the ziggurat. I'm curious.
The goal of the Veiled Alliance is to see to the reconstruction of the world through preserver magic.
Uh-huh.
What is preserver magic? I feign.
Fuck you, I'm calling you on that one.
What's magic?
Durr!
Sense motive.
24.
Fuck you.
Mike, I'm sorry.
Durr.
I'm actually giving him a look like,
Well, you're in the dark anyway, so.
It's dark.
So, he's just like,
Trying to find out what he knows.
the type of sorcery that the Sorcerer Kings and Templars use despoils the land. I love the look on Jordan's face of just like, oh, this is so fascinating. I've never. And it draws life from the lands. But people who can cast magic and sorcery and such can actually give life back to the land, if they so choose, by nurturing it, preserving it. Hence the name Preservers. The Veiled Alliance exists all throughout the land, completely. We work together to keep the people safe, and we try to bring life back to the land. It's a very uphill battle. But we
Everyone
realized the best way to make it work is to try to start working within city-states, because that's where the Sorcerer Kings are. We're trying to undermine whatever Kalik is doing with his ziggurat, but we don't know everything of what he's doing with his ziggurat.
Well, what do you do?
That's mainly why. Well,
The ziggurat isn't just... This is what I know. The ziggurat isn't just some stone object being erected. There's something inside of it.
Yeah.
Did you just say erected? I'm
Might
saying
as
it
well.
louder so the microphone picks it up.
Oh, I know.
There's something inside of it. You wouldn't have known because you weren't here when the earlier levels of it were being assembled. We suspect Calic is trying to complete a ritual using the ziggurat. We don't know what it is. We can assume that it's going to culminate with whatever is going to happen at his games in a few days.
What games?
Oh,
We were slaves. You gotta
sorry.
context.
We also
Calic
were
has
only slaves
announced
for a day.
that at the end of the completion of his ziggurat, there will be a series of games put on by local gladiators, as well as the local gladiator champion. His name escapes me. Everyone will be there.
That's likely what the orcs were referring to.
Hmm?
You mentioned that the orcs didn't want to leave
Mm-hmm.
because they had another opportunity.
Well, the city will be effectively abandoned, but I know for a fact that Calic's guards are... This is Fowler talking. Calic's guards are going to round up everyone in the city and force them into the Colosseum to witness the games.
Okay.
Wait. Why?
We don't know. Or at least I don't know.
Mass ritual sacrifice.
Yeah, I'm thinking that too.
Corn will be pleased.
Are you saying this out loud?
Yeah, everything but the corn part.
Yeah.
No, it makes sense.
And it also makes sense why he's preventing people from leaving earlier. If people caught wind of what was going on, they would have flee the city, which means the fodder that he would have for the sacrifice would be a great deal less.
Wait, hold on. Are we... I'm just taking it as the pit and the gladiators. Are you saying more?
I'm saying what he just said is that he's locked down the city so that no people in the city could leave. He brings in people from the city to watch the games and sacrifices the people that are watching the games.
If you're right,
That is what I would think.
That's insanity.
I
A
admit...
spell of that kind would be immeasurable. It would need
Well,
a giant fucking ziggurat.
Okay,
and that
something that is
massive
buried
dragon that
beneath
came in
them.
also was kind of curious about the progress.
You mean the dragon?
Yeah.
The dragon.
yes,
the
the
only
dragon.
It's not a massive fucking dragon. It's
Oh.
the dragon.
There are
It's-
no multiple dragons.
There's one dragon. You all know it. It's your boogeyman.
Yes.
Right. And the dragon is kind of curious about this progress, so I'm...
The dragon did land right on the damn thing, didn't it?
Had a conversation with Calic.
On the ziggurat?
Yeah.
Yep.
You want to know the conversation?
Well, hang on. Ethros needs to know.
No. Quite literally, the conversation was, but I want to eat these people. But I want to build my ziggurat. But I want to eat these people. But I want to build my ziggurat. I wish I was kidding.
The
It just
dragon
kept
doesn't
going
eat
back
people.
and
It
forth.
takes people.
Well, it wanted people.
That's a bit of new information for you. The
Wait,
dragon
it
does
takes
not...
people.
Yeah, it takes people.
Maybe you translated wrong.
They were speaking English.
No, Scott, you weren't close enough to hear the detail,
Yeah.
the
I heard
intricacies
enough.
of it. But the Veiled Alliance knows the dragon doesn't eat people; it takes people.
So it wanted to take people somewhere.
My translation was off.
Whereas Calic has needed them to complete his ritual. So in a way, they're working against each other. Or are in an uneasy alliance with each other.
Or it's possible Calic just lied to the dragon. Ethros needs to, and sure enough, the slab opens up. All right, they're gone. All of you need to start talking. Who are you? Where did you come from? Where did you go, Cotton Eye Joe? Sorry.
You first.
I have a question.
Sure.
When the dragon does take people, what does story say that happened to them?
He's using them for a ritual.
For Christ's sakes.
Everyone
Okay,
wants a
I get
ritual.
it now. So they okay. So I think, in my humble intellect score fueled theory, that they are taking these games are going to be focusing everyone into the center, where they will use the ziggurat as a massive focusing pylon for the life energies of everyone in the city, he will then kill, collect and absorb, and transform himself. I'm sorry I made that gesture just now.
Hail, screwed!
This is why people don't invite me to nice places. And he's going to try to transform himself into the dragon, or a dragon. The dragon hasn't quite figured this shit out yet, and is just stealing people to have them because he likes to use them as his personal AAA batteries.
Ridrin. Or a physical god.
Yeah, whatever. It's one and the same in this place.
Also,
And Falder looks visibly paled. Etheros, however, in no way looks surprised by any of the words you've said.
could I make one corollary to that? It's not I don't think it's the people just dying. I think it's the sheer killing that's going to happen.
Something. I don't know exactly. I don't
Either way,
understand.
people are going to die.
I don't understand how they use people for batteries. I don't get it really. But, they're using people as fuel for
Lifeblood is
monsters.
power.
Something
I'm
like
not
that.
okay with this.
Lifeblood is power.
Neither
so
am I.
Neither is the Veiled Alliance, since it's Etheros speaking that. Which is why we're working to oppose it.
Sense motive on Ethros. 16. He knows more why is he not surprised by it, by what we just said?
16?
Yes.
You got an 18.
Okay, so I can't get an answer to that question.
So
okay, yeah.
You can just ask him.
But
Mike.
how I
Yeah.
take sense motive is
21.
I don't even register that he is
He,
surprised.
none of this is new to him. This is something likely that the Veiled Alliance has known for a while. But this level of lack of concern doesn't just mean this is something they know. This is something they're dealing with.
I see. Okay.
This is an ongoing thing. It just this happens to be the kind of
Yeah.
accumulation of it.
Ridrin, I'm sorry. How long have you known and how can I help?
Of what? Oh, that. Oh, really? Oh.
I'm
Myself
not okay
as
with
well.
this much. Also, some of our tribe could still be in the city.
yeah, the one guy.
There
Also,
could
if
be more.
on top of that, you, sir, unless we can get out of the city, you would be included in those people, and I am not okay with that.
See?
With any of our tribe dying, yourself included.
I'm not okay with me being included in that list.
Well, there we are. Someone who's concerned with the tribe as a whole, someone who's concerned with their elder, and someone who's concerned with himself. We have a full spectrum of concern.
So, with all this concern,
Well,
Four
I'm also
flavors of
also concerned that I don't need another rampaging god.
How can we help?
One giant rampaging god's enough, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, for starters, I need to relocate because good Falder here has decided to bring 5 slaves in slave garb in the middle of night.
Actually, 5 slaves, 4 slaves, and an overseer. Sorry.
Overseers are still slaves, son.
Well,
What do you mean slave garb? I point to my pants.
that's his
I'm
usual
sorry.
everyday.
Well-dressed slaves. You happy?
I have the armor too.
Well-dressed slaves. You happy?
do you have robes?
I have some beggar's clothes.
Fine
Should
by
be enough
me.
for all of you
Okay.
to hide your appearance if you need to.
Okay.
If you're going to walk out around on the city streets, you're going to need to be able to hide yourselves successfully.
That won't be difficult.
Well, for you it won't be. For myself and Kunwan it will be very difficult.
Half-giants aren't uncommon in the city. You're a little more exotic. Wear a hood.
Okay.
See?
Or tie your hair back behind in a lovely scarf or kerchief. That works.
Don't give him ideas. I point to Ergos.
Anyway.
Why was he sent in? I point to Falder. What was your intention with him, and why was Senka in there? I'm assuming Senka was in there as a way of finding out information about for any future attacks, as well as finding out what you can about the progress of the ziggurat. That I understand,
There's
but why was Falder sent in?
Gentlemen, you may not approve of our methodology as members of the Veiled Alliance, but as some people who have just volunteered for this mission, and I appreciate that honesty and enthusiasm, let's be honest, as front-level people who would be doing what might be considered menial work in the spectrum of some of the larger tasks we're trying to complete. Were you to be acquired, the knowledge that we have would also be acquired.
That's fair.
So,
Now give us
But
more
we're
to
going to be
trust.
working against them. No.
Oh, you first.
We're going to be working against them as well. If you don't give us enough information, then we may actually work counter to you unintentionally. Because we're going to do something about this, or at least I will. I'm not speaking for my elder and the rest. I will be doing something about this, whether you like it or not. So I'd
We know
rather
this-
not work against you.
we've come to much of the same conclusions you have, with slightly more evidence. I can't tell you what that evidence is, understandably. And we're in... Unfortunately, Kalik cannot be accessed. The problem is all this hinges on Kalik. No one knows entirely what Kalik has planned, because this is a very private matter that Kalik is keeping to himself. Not even Tithian, his right-hand man, is aware of this. And yes, we do have ways of applying that information. We have our plan for how we are going to deal with the situation. If I detail that to any of you, a random Templar psyker who walks the streets could easily pick it out of your head. Alright. So, regretfully, I cannot tell you those details. Now, if you wish to avoid working counter to us, any escape attempts you make, or as long as you're not attacking any Templars, or trying to siege Calyx Palace itself, you really aren't going to
With
get in the
what
way of our
army?
plans.
Well, that's what I was trying to plan just now.
Wait, what?
I don't know.
Because
Just throwing ideas
you may
around, I
not
don't
you may not know, but we do the extensive protections afforded to him both by his Templars and his own powerful magics. We know when the right time to strike is going to be.
And that will be...
Not a point where I'm going to share with you,
The games.
because if you get picked
probably the
up,
games.
you will leak it.
Yeah, no, the games, it's fine.
Well, the
Yes.
Being punished, aren't I?
No, it's fine, I got it. Sorry.
To what
Well, I
god
mean-
are you railing to?
I believe.
the times that I've ever seen like any kind of ritual magic that this guy or our old elder have performed, I mean, the weakest part of that would be like, you know, when it starts.
Yeah, he did.
The weakest
Good
part
one.
of that would be when it
Shut
starts,
up.
isn't it?
You just totally outed me to these people, FYI.
Go on. Shut up.
Oh yeah.
I'm being punished now!
I've been quiet.
Just like suddenly just Urgos goes, "You can cast magic, little cow."
My kingdom for a half-giant with 2 brain cells that rub together.
Little cow, you did not tell me your teats lead to magic.
Holy shit.
It all makes sense now. Oh.
So you're fired.
He doesn't understand what firing is.
You're fired from the tribe.
Oops.
So rehired again
Just
because you're
8 sessions
ass.
of perfect subterfuge. Of perfect us
At least-
against
at
them
least, yeah.
politics.
Yeah, at least of the people you told it to, some of us minorly sort of trust them.
You know we have
Not
to
too
kill
much.
them now, right?
That's the exact same conversation Etheros is having with Falder. You know we need to kill them, right?
Oh, damn it. Now it's a subterfuge versus subterfuge throwdown. Scott, you're up.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
All right, look. You have secrets. We have secrets now. I'm not going to say anything more than that, because I don't think it needs to be said.
Well, now we're straight up committed. Thanks, Tom.
So,
Yeah, well, we're part of it.
without revealing too many of your secrets, what can we do next? That does not involve going back in there.
Oh, there's no. Why did you think you were? I'm sorry. You're willing to go back in there?
No.
Hell no.
No.
I wouldn't think. Who would think that you would go back in there? And he slowly turns and looks at Falder, and Falder's like, "More contacts on the inside. No one's gonna go back in there, Falder."
Not willingly.
I'm not going to mind control 5 people and have them rat me out.
Magic? Huh.
Uh-oh.
I can mind control people. Eventually.
Yeah, but you don't look like he does.
Yeah, you... Sensible.
So,
Well, that cat's out of that bag. Good job. We're all...
I just told you I'm a member of the Veiled Alliance and a preserver. It's a fair...
actually, you said the Veiled Alliance protected preservers. You didn't say that you were a preserver.
Yeah, you
yourself.
really-
Okay, so you...
God, it's been a long night.
Right, so, hi. We're both in the same boat now.
Are you a preserver?
What? Well, I mean, by default, yeah, I guess.
By default.
I mean...
I'll tell you what, how about this? When you cast, does a black mark show up around you? Do you
No.
now look withered and old when you cast?
No.
Then you're probably a preserver.
I mean, yeah, by default.
He doesn't like to use those titles. He is elder.
I mean, Preserver's got a whole lot of stuff along attached with it that people get iffy about around here. So, I mean, we try not to
Sorry,
talk
Elder.
about it.
Our previous elder was a preserver. He was trained as one.
Yes. Okay, yes. There you go. That's not a bad secret or anything.
It's not a bad secret at all.
No, I know it's fine. I was being I was
Yeah.
not being
Either
All
way.
right.
I don't have anything for any of you yet. Alright. We have
Where can we start? Where would you suggest to point us in the right direction
normally starting
for disrupting this horseshit of a town?
within the Veiled Alliance, you would be...
Vetted? Don't
he
worry
starts,
about it.
He
Keep
starts
going.
counting on his hand. Normally, you would be starting helping find young talents, creating safe spaces, making secured areas. This is not the time for that.
We're not good at that anyways.
I didn't think so.
Point us to
kinda
the
okay.
thing that you no longer wish to exist.
Let me get back to you.
That we can do.
Let me get
As long
back
as
to
it's
you.
in
We
the
have
ziggurat, I can't stab that.
we have
I
we have a sensitive payload coming back
I
in.
technically can.
All right.
Oh.
We have a sensitive item coming back into the city.
Do you wish it to no longer exist?
God, no! It has to come into the city.
Pardon,
It's a sensitive
you wish
item,
there'd
not a
be
bad
no
item.
issue in it coming back in.
No,
Do you wish it to come to you?
we need a distraction.
Do you wish to finish your sentence?
Yes.
Yes, I do wish to finish my sentence. We need it to get back in. Now,
Alright.
the people who can get it back in have one shot to get it back into the city safely. But we will need the guards' attention focused elsewhere. It's going to happen in about 2 days.
Oh, we can do that.
So you need mayhem.
Yes.
I can do that.
Are the rest of your
He,
party?
he
You're
can.
right.
I can do that by myself.
We're the best at mayhem.
He is really good though.
Hey,
Thank
what
you.
about me?
No, I'm
Not
pointing,
you.
I'm pointing to the elder.
I just have
And you
terrible
as well,
ideas
Scott.
that you guys go along with. That's all it is.
All right. It's a very thankless job, but you are very publicly known. Well, I'm assuming you didn't exactly leave the ziggurat as completely anonymous slaves, considering one of you is an overseer.
We
I don't think anyone actually
we
knew my
acquired a
name.
reputation before we left. Yes.
Then any incident you perpetuate in the city streets would be something they would expect you trying to escape.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And more
So if you
importantly,
make-
would not tie to you necessarily.
Exactly.
Because they don't think that we have any ties to anybody in the city.
No.
They're
It's
just
there's
loose
now
rabbit trying
if
to
we
get
time
through.
it just right, you won't go back in the pits when they catch you. You'll go right to the Coliseum.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of that either, but
I know, but there's no way to. Knowing what Calic's going to do to make sure that everyone is in that Coliseum, there's no good way to hide. Not
So
even
by the
from-
end of what you need us to do, we'll be going back into the Coliseum. And
into the Coliseum, not necessarily in the pits.
I prefer not the pits. That'll be
Coliseum-
3 times a slave.
The Coliseum is an old friend.
For him. For
Oh,
me, I'm
you're a
terrified of it.
gladiator. Fair enough. Well, thankfully, you'll just be sitting in the stands with the rest of the slaves. They'll be at the back, knowing the proper formation for this sort
so
of
that
thing.
means the funneling of people into the Coliseum is going to happen very soon then.
It'll happen the day of the games.
Which you said this is happening in 2 days, so the games are happening in 2 days.
All right. The problem is, I don't know what your actions have delayed the ziggurat. I don't know what they tell you slaves on the inside, but what we've been led to believe is the ziggurat nears completion.
Yeah.
Maybe 1-2 days, maybe more, maybe less.
I
We
see.
took out a sizable workforce.
All right.
Now, knowing what I know of Calyx Templars, they're not going to kill you. They'll just shove you somewhere. Maybe for 2 days. Likely maybe into the gladiator cages, maybe into the stands. Likely into the stands themselves. And just pop you in there. I can't get message to the outside. The people bring in the item from the outside. That the item... whether or not to delay their entry. I just know when they're coming back. That's all I can manage, because they're we have to keep as minimal messages coming back and forth, magically or otherwise, as possible. Less breaks in the line. And again, even then, there's a limit on what I know. Regretfully, I'm not a high member of the Available Alliance. Otherwise, I wouldn't be on the street with you people.
I bloody hope not.
But I know enough. If you can create a distraction, let me contact my superiors, get an exact date for you. If you can create a distraction on the appropriate date, what you do will lead to the death of Calic.
Oh, I know.
Okay. Done.
In the meanwhile, I don't know what you wish to accomplish. I have to vacate this location entirely because a group of slaves was led in here.
Do you know where elves tend to hang out?
Yeah, the Elven Market.
Excellent. Excellent.
You mentioned,
Why?
you mentioned an old...
Fuck those guys, Tom.
You mentioned an old member of your tribe that survived?
Yes.
Do you know his name?
Yes, we do.
Yes, you do. You do. It's Dolan.
Dolan.
Sorry,
Dolan!
Sorry, Datsun.
That's it.
No,
Yeah, that's what
that's
it was.
it.
That's it.
Mike, it was Dolan.
Was it Dolan?
It was Dolan.
Okay. Dolan.
Often confused
Alright.
with his older brother Datsun,
Yeah.
who sadly passed in the
The Great Starvation of 83.
yes.
Day 83 of the tribe.
83.
We have many starvations. Every 20 days. We have a little board for it.
The 83rd starvation.
Proudly surviving in the wastelands of fucking dark sun. For we don't know how long. We just count by how many we've been since we starved. Anyway.
We have a little ticker. 84
Click it.
days since last starvation.
Click to 0.
Click to 0.
Anyway. I don't know. Apart from that, is there anyone you're looking for? Anyone you're trying to find? For good or for bad? Any chaos you create in the city will be beneficial, but if you get caught...
Got it.
Grioth.
Chaos. Got it. Let's do it.
Sir? Grioth.
Who's Griot?
Yeah. What?
Slaver.
Oh.
He's the one who brought us
He's
in.
the one who brought us in and the one who slaughtered our tribe.
Oh,
we caught
yeah.
that one. He's
Oh.
the second in command.
Griot. Yes, I know him, and I know exactly where you can find him. Let's see here. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, they've been stuck in town for the past, since I'm assuming you all got brought in.
Oh, I know they're in town.
Yes, they've been causing a lot of havoc here and there, and I actually had to kick them out of here. They've taken to muscling pedestrians to send to slave pits for making additional money on the side.
Oh, have they now?
Yes. As far as I know, a lot of them left the group after Torben died, and they got a bad payout last
Let's
time.
go do something nice for very personal and selfish reasons.
Agreed.
They like to drink in the Rat's Nest in
How
Shadow
free-spirited
Square, just
of
a
us.
couple
Yes.
blocks down from here.
How I wish I'd taken fire.
One thing, if we are to provide this distraction, we're going to need gear.
So you are. You see him reach for another hidden panel, and he pulls out a sack of clay bits. 1,000 in total.
Just had that kicking around? Jesus, okay.
That's why it's in a hidden panel. You don't know where
That
to
is
pull it from.
fair. Sorry, my mistake.
Inventory.
alright.
One
He just tapped a bit of the...
Okay.
just tapped a bit of a bar, pulled it out of his ass.
clay bits.
It's really warm.
Alright, 1,000 clay bits.
Yeah. So for whatever inventory you would like to pick up, clothing maybe.
Would help.
Oh, we're beggars, so it works right now.
Yeah.
It's up to you. If you want to change up your outfits and look nicer, you now have the funds for it.
Well, we should probably, so we don't look like slaves.
So we don't look like
actively.
slaves, exactly.
I can have you operate out of this bar.
Yeah, okay.
Even though slaves went into this bar.
But if 4 new proprietors take over this bar, who don't look like slaves, and there's no slaves to be found,
Okay. We will take you up on your offer.
Done.
No.
And I will be visiting this bar remotely because there's an off chance that, no offense, it gets compromised. Well, it's up to you, gentlemen. You can either sit in the streets and await the hot sun, or you can have an abandoned bar.
You said yes.
We agree.
Stop being shitty. I already said yes.
Clear back entrance?
No, front entrance, unfortunately.
What?
You could always make a back entrance, my large friend.
Boom!
I will.
Through the back
Orgos is
wall.
like,
Just me. You will still get to hit things.
you say that, but you never fulfill your promise. I worry about this relationship.
Con one?
Got on to remind him that he got to hit elves.
You didn't invite me.
You were having fun.
You didn't invite me. You never invite me out anymore.
You know this slaver that we've been asking about?
Yes.
You will get to hit him
This is uncomfortable.
and some of his friends.
You know, you say that, but I know you. You always like to hit them first.
Yes, well, you can hit his friends.
Where's this coming from?
I don't know. I'm being petty as a GM.
Okay.
I want to hit things first. You never let me hit things.
Orgos wants to be the guy.
Fine. When we do the major distraction, you get to hit things first.
All right.
Everyone, right?
Yeah, as long as we remember, sure.
As long as we remember. We're an unusual family.
I don't know what's happening anymore.
All right.
So, Dolan.
Yeah.
All right. Now, if your friend... You didn't run into your friend in the slave pits, I'm assuming.
No, he got out.
We saw him outside.
If that's the case, then he's not walking the streets, because the slaver you were mentioning, there's more than one group running the streets, rounding up people. So that means he has a job somewhere. Let me keep my ear to the ground, see if I can find him for you.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
What does he look like? Yeah, his appearance, skinny-ass white guy,
Yeah.
wears a hat, looks kind of...
Looks like a crack addict at this
Yeah.
point.
Alright, I'll see what I can do to find him.
Okay.
In the meanwhile, if you also want to assist the Veiled Alliance, this still counts as a meeting point for Veiled Alliance members. You could carry any messages that you receive and relay them to me. They'll be in code and cipher, of course.
I'm
but,
fast enough that I can do that.
yeah. And I can just spread word that this is just a new relay station. And if it ever gets compromised, all you have to do is just get the hell out of this building.
So burn it down. Gotcha.
What? Why?
No evidence.
Of what?
Yeah, I heard burn it to the ground.
And after all the work he will do to break down a hole in the wall.
Yeah, so we have a way out. Well,
He does that by accident all the time.
Alright, so you will find out for us where Dolan is, if he is still here, as well as where the slaver is. Aside from that, we need clothing.
Am I going shopping or are you going shopping?
We will both go shopping.
Yeah.
I am your slave, as most Alans are seen in this land.
I'm not okay with this, but okay.
Neither am I, but it's an easy way of actually.
There's rooms upstairs. Enough for all of you.
Actual beds.
Well, no, but
Okay, is it the ground?
no.
Then it's an actual bed.
They're hammocks.
I don't give a shit.
It's not sleeping on the ground. It's better than what we used to.
Fair enough.
Or we don't have to actually state that out loud. It's just if you are interrogated by Templars, that is who I am.
And you know that this is the storage space, and he guides you up. You see him open up a couple secret compartments in the floor behind the bar that you can easily access once you've recognized where the slats are. About 3 of them, of let's say, carry about 3 pounds worth of items within there a piece.
Okay.
The ale in the back should be enough for at least the next 5 or 6 days. Charge what you like. I usually charge about 10 clay bits per glass. That's the details. I'd recommend sweeping.
He
After
does have
that-
a point.
Facility's yours to keep an eye on. I'll be coming back for it when this is all said and done, mind you.
What about the profit from the sales? Goes back to you, or is it ours for the time being?
Normally, I would say it would go back to me, but considering the fact that the city's streets are practically bare half the time, whatever profit you make is more than welcome to go into your hands. Considering I don't imagine you all want to stay into the city, let us say it is a stipend from the Veiled Alliance to say thank you for your services. Wish you well on your merry way.
Understood.
Apart from that, we have to get going. Balder, come on. You're not going to mind wiping me, are you? Just come on, you idiot.
Of course I am.
Of course I am.
And the gentleman puts on a wide brim hat, bows politely. Well, Etheros does. Puts on a wide brim hat, bows politely, and leaves the bar. You now own a business, gentlemen.
Okay.
Yay!
So here's the plan. We're gonna get slavers in here. We're gonna kill them, throw them into the basement, cut them up, make meat pies, sell those.
That was horrifying.
But
Effective, let's do it. Oh, God.
Well, okay.
Not okay
Y'all-
with this
sorry, I
plan.
left out one detail.
Not okay with this
Etheros
plan.
told you what bar they're staying at, and that is, hang on, let me double check.
yeah, rats.
Yeah, the Rat's Nest, right? Okay, so you know that's where they are because they go there because it's cheap beer.
Okay.
Poison the beer. Understood.
I'm okay with that.
Poison the beer in the rat's nest?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, fair enough.
You do have the poison.
We still have the poison.
I still have the poison. Fantastic.
It's like the opening to a song. He has the poison. I have the poison. We have the poison.
Oh, God damn it.
Okay.
So we're going to go to the rat's nest first then?
Or you could get stuff first.
Yeah, we should get stuff.
Because in case, they catch us, we have to be able to, fight back.
We
Yes.
still have weaponry.
Yeah, not very good weaponry.
Bone daggers.
That'll be
So
enough
you
to solve
head
all
into
of our
the market.
problems.
You head into the cheap side markets. I'm not going to go into too much detail for it because let's make this
Yeah.
relatively
Yeah.
quick for you.
Mhm.
Sure enough, well, you do this the next morning.
Okay.
Sure enough, the city streets are practically bare. There are the occasional people walking around quickly. You see a couple of beggars eyeballing you. Someone can make an intimidation roll so you don't get bothered.
21.
Get out of here, you bum.
My eyes flash a little bit.
What'd you get?
Leave.
Oh, no, I only got, 16.
All right. Well, between the two of you, Urgos. Well, who actually left, or did all of you leave?
I thought we all
definitely
left.
me.
All right. So who's watching the bar?
Fine, I'll stay behind.
Well, you can have Urgos watch the bar.
I would
No.
not trust him with that.
I gave away beer. No, he had all the beer.
Urgos was very thirsty. But
Urgos had beer.
by the way, there was
Urgos
also
paid
about,
that.
let's say, about 8 large kegs at the back.
Okay.
I'm going to stay
Okay.
because I've just given myself profession alesmith. Whatever the fuck that means.
Brewmaster.
Alesmith!
Should it be craft alchemy?
I craft lick beer.
So
Yeah.
craft beer.
Sure.
Yes, craft beer.
Did you have an extra skill point left over for that?
It's in profession.
Okay.
You still need a skill point.
Well, then I'm not an alesmith yet, but I will be.
Yes, he's training to be an alesmith.
You can just reallocate a skill point. I'll let that happen, considering you just...
Okay, fine.
He becomes slightly
I'm
less
no,
acrobatic.
I'm no longer good at disguise.
Well, you have disguise self, so I hope
Why would you
wouldn't
need the
that.
disguise skill?
Well, it does
I don't
boost-
know.
it
We're
does
sneaking
boost-
around a lot. It sounded
does
like it was
boost
appropriate.
disguise
It does. It does boost the bluff roll. And anyway,
Okay, I'm now a very bad alesmith.
I'm looking for
You're an apprentice.
I have 3 points. In
scale mail that's not metal.
alesmith. I have no will.
Okay,
wisdom.
well that would be... Let me double check the item rolls on this one.
I'm looking for scale mail that is not metal.
Stone would be at cost for normal... okay, so the way this works is everything costs clay bits as opposed to just standard gold,
Yeah.
but it's also a cheaper material. Right?
Yep.
So for armor, there's no penalties for having stone or leather armor or anything like that.
Okay.
But that cost is, again, in clay bits, not gold pieces. If you make it out of, let's say, metal
Yeah.
or obsidian, that cost goes up by a multiplier. So
Yeah.
you'd have to pay that much more.
You know what's funny?
Hmm?
If you make something out of clay, it's literally worth its weight in money.
True.
Yeah, that's
A waste. What a waste.
Yep. So what's the multiplier if I wanted actual metal scale mail?
100.
We're not doing that.
Seeing as we would need 5,000 clay bits.
Yes, exactly. No, it's
No.
50.
Now, if you want it made
Yeah,
out of
yeah,
wood,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
half price.
Wood?
Yes.
What's the negative to that then?
It's wood.
It's wood,
You're
and
buoyant.
it has a DC hardness of wood.
I will
Is
have
this-
wood scale
Yeah,
mail.
that's the table.
Done.
Yeah, but like, what's the
Or stone.
AC?
Stone scale mail?
Well, it's
Yeah,
the
just-
same AC in theory, but it's just got no hardness to it because it's wood.
It only
Meaning,
weighs 300 pounds.
Meaning,
Yeah.
like 2 or 3 hits, it's just going to shatter off them.
So I've spent the day trying to make drinkable liquids.
What did you roll?
Hilarious.
I got
buy
a
wood
7
scale
total.
mail.
I have made terrible beer.
It's cheap beer.
You were among the sand. It's like squeezing it, and your sweat has a different color because it's all sand covered in ale left over. So you squeezed it, and the sweat from your hands just dripped into a glass. And you had Ergos try it. And he's just like, "It's not the best ale I had. Could be better."
But it's ale.
Ish.
I'll take it.
It's Ailish. You sell it to the elves.
Yes, there we go. It's our brand new elf brew. And I serve it to them
So
happily.
you guys eventually will come back. You'll just see him squeezing sand. It's just like, I'm recycling. I'm preserving.
Oh. So I have an AC of 20 until you decide the wood breaks.
Did you actually get half price wood armor? Why
Wood
would
armor.
you do that? Just
Because
get stone.
stone scale? Am I allowed to get that?
Yeah,
Done. Stone scale.
it's just twice. It's just normal price.
50
And
clay
it weighs
bits.
twice. It weighs twice as much.
50 clay bits.
Okay.
I really am looking forward to a day when we get to roleplay in a place where things aren't just made of dirt.
Season 2.
Yep.
So it's already everything being made of
A
dirt.
longbow and
Everything's
50
made
euros.
of dirt and bone and
The money's
leather.
made of dirt. The swords are made of dirt.
The beer is made of
The
dirt.
beer is literally dirt.
That would be 150 clay bits out of our pool for a stone longbow and 50 stone arrows.
His armor is made of dirt, of which we paid for with dirt.
Yes.
Welcome to the economy.
This is the worst.
No. My armor is made of gray dirt, sir. We used red dirt.
Hardened dirt, which we paid
You
for.
think you can
with
afford
dirt.
red
Okay.
dirt? What kind of a rich land do you think you're in?
We can't afford digging bread
So we're down
dirt.
from 900. After the two of us, we're down from 1,000 clay bits to 800.
Oh,
Alright.
sorry. There's one more detail Ethros would have given you.
Yes.
When Calic has no, you're gonna find this out today. Never mind.
We can't afford name brand dirt.
I'm gonna get my weapons made out of good wood, a whip, and
The good wood from the trees that no longer exist.
Yep.
This clay looks like dirt. It looks
So
like wood.
just it's times 10 multiplier for
Your
so
log?
a trident. Sorry, a lance
Yeah.
and a whip.
You
Okay.
just
And neither
sharpened
of those
log.
have reductions as a result.
How are you making a whip out of wood?
Carefully.
I don't know what's
It's got a wood handle. It's a leather whip.
It's
Leather's
the handle is
We can get hide really easily in this land.
Yeah.
I don't want to
it's-
know where it come from. It's probably people leather.
All right, so
There's
you
no
need,
attack
so you need
penalties for it.
a whip and a lance.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
All right. So
It has
As you are-
the attack penalties don't come into play,
This
right?
is
no, because those are whips and lances.
So wait. Could I get it made out of stone?
Yeah.
And no penalties?
The lance.
Oh, hell
made
yeah.
of
See,
stone.
There's penalties on stone.
Dude, the penalty is that
penalties
it's
on
going to be
everything.
400 pounds.
Yeah.
But not on whips and lances.
You're
Yeah.
encumbered at all times.
So it doesn't matter. I can get
Well,
made
the
out
penalty is it weighs twice as much.
what the
Only twice.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
to
a
him,
whip.
not-
Moving on with the plot. Stop shopping.
You got it.
stone.
Stone. Fine.
Regular price.
Maybe we should have set up a mall in our...
Fuck your mall.
Do.
As you guys are shopping,
760 clay bits left. Yeah.
you're and we're getting near to the end of the episode.
Yeah.
So as you are all shopping, you see a familiar face.
Is it Dolan?
Dalton!
It's Dolan.
Yeah, Dolan! He's scared as... He's
He's
off
in
running.
He
Templar
hasn't
armor.
noticed
Oh,
you.
He takes off running.
He's dressed as a normal tradesman.
Stealth.
He's walking around.
no. Yep.
I
Scott's
stealth,
already self.
I stealth hug him.
Pardon, 13.
That's enough.
Hey, we're out of the sleep with Dolan. Aren't you happy to see us? He's like sweating.
By the way,
Nice
I
roll.
have taken Ethros' advice. I pulled back my wispy hair into a small bun and put it in a hood.
Now you look like a person.
So I sneak up behind Dolan.
Yeah. Are you going to talk?
still
Are you going to
mostly
engage him
translucent.
now, or are you going to follow him?
Follow him.
All right. You all follow him, and it's this long line of people following one man. That
We are at the bar.
you two are at the bar.
It's the two of us
Long
following
line
one
of
man.
People.
The three. Argos is with you.
Ergos.
No.
No, why
Argos
would
is
he
back at
know?
the bar.
Argos
Yeah.
is
Urgos is drinking my shit beer.
Yeah, exactly. You just roleplayed that.
Fair enough.
So it's myself and
Yeah. You're following. The two of you
You're
are
making a
following.
back door. No?
I think that I can get Argos to make one really quickly, so it's not a problem.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out the timeline here.
And he goes into what's known as, let's see here. Let me just get the name of it. Yeah, a place called the Arena Market, which is next to the Coliseum
Is
Arena.
that next to the arena?
Yeah.
Alright.
And he walks into a place
Well,
called the Broken Spoke.
Is there a broken spoke there?
No. Well, it would be on the inside being fixed.
Yes.
It's a cart repair shop.
Ah, it is! There's a broken spoke! I love the way things are named.
we wait a minute and then come in after I'm just looking around.
See well, no one's fat here, but a slightly older gentleman. It's like, oh, welcome to the Broken Spoke. I'm so happy to help you. Well, how can I help you? Is your cart or means of transportation broken? We're not getting a lot of business since the city got locked down, but...
A cart was recently broke down that we used to transport our ale, so we're just looking for quotes for wheel repairs.
Oh, well, we can do you quite
Where is he, Dalton?
Dolan.
Dolan.
Don't.
No. Like looking around.
You
Where
don't
is
see
he?
him, but you're only in the front of the shop.
Where the hell did he go?
Might be in the back.
Yeah. I will continue the conversation if you want to look around, my friend.
Oh yes, please.
That's quite.
Yeah, of course.
And we're stealthing.
Where did he go?
14. Yeah, no.
Oh, you're rolling rarely shittily today.
Yes, I know.
Let's see if anyone spots you.
You there, get out.
Get out of my shop! Oh,
Nat 20.
Yeah.
Oh,
Watch.
It
really?
happened.
So, as you're creeping open and you part the gates, Dolan is literally right in front of you.
Not a word.
Oh no.
Not a word.
Fuck! And he bolts. And we're going to end the episode there.
Dolan, you bastard!
Don't
Saw that coming a mile
don't
away.
say a boom! Ah!
Dolan is charging. Looks like he's running to the back of the shop. Maybe to make an escape, maybe to find a weapon. You don't know.
Yep.
But that does bring us to the end of episode 8 of D20 Live's Dark Sun game.
Hey.
Hey.
You are now. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying the city life in the city of Tyr.
It's definitely just as interesting as...
Yes.
The ale is questionable.
Now I've rolled higher.
The ale is questionable, but the sense of freedom
It's not.
Is
makes up
delicious.
for it. Yes, makes up for it.
We'll see you all next time, and have a
See!
good one.
Scene!
Uh,